What's up guys, it's your favorite producer, Milesjordan, and in this video I'm going to show you how I arrange my beats for artists and for putting beats on your beat stores, how to gain attention from artists, record on your beats. So yeah, let's get into the video. So remember from last video when I was mixing my beats, we went over this beat named Zoomer, and if you haven't watched that video yet, be sure to watch it because it's kind of related to this video as well. But if you don't remember, the beat sounds like this. So yeah, that's the beat, and we're gonna arrange it for this video. So first thing I do, I get all the stems of the drums, and you do that by clicking on your pattern, right click, and press split channel, and hold shift on the first one, and hold shift, and you click the last one, and you just drag it all over here, and it stays together, and you just control B across the playlist. For this beat, I feel like having the melody by itself. I'm just gonna delete all this, so it's just a melody in the beginning. I also brought in this riser that I like to use in my beats. I use it for like every beat before the drop of the hook, and I think it really does help to help artists know that hey, this is the hook. They hear the riser, and it's just like they go into their hook recording phase. And yeah, so I don't use the whole thing. Actually, I'm gonna take out a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna take out a little bit more. I'm gonna put that to the mixer. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, and I want this to be a 16 hook. And when I say 16, I mean it's 16 bars, the main part, the catchiest part of the beat. So I'm going to duplicate this, and what I like to do with hooks, I like to have the kick not in the beginning. I like to have a few sounds like missing in the beginning, and then the second part of the hook is like everything. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So I have the kick and the snare come in on the second half of the hook, so it still sounds interesting when it comes around that second time. And I'm gonna bring this back, so I'm gonna use this part of the melody for the verse. So this is gonna be the verse, so we have the intro, it's just the melody, and then we have the riser, and then we have the 16 bar hook. So I like to have like a 24 bar verse kind of thing. It really depends, but it's like either 16 or 24. It just depends on the flow of the beat. So we'll see what we do for this one. For the hook, it's like everything is going in, and then for the verses, you want to take a lot of stuff out. So it's just like, hey, this is where they shine. They're gonna rap over this area of the beat. This is gonna be like the main sauce, where they're just talking about whatever. You want to take a lot of stuff out, so then they know it's the verse they need to go in. So I took out the hi-hats, the kick, crash, and the snare, and we're just gonna leave the percussion 808. And I like to have the crash on the one, so it's like a transition kind of thing. Alright, so right here in this area, I kind of want to put a break. I want to put a break of everything. So I'm going to cut this. I held shift and I right click so that it automatically deletes it. I'm actually going to bring this back. So it's a little bit harder when it comes in. I do this a lot in my arrangements. I like to put breaks in the verses. It's like another touch to the verse. It's like, it's not just the same thing going over and over, repeating itself. It's like, oh, there's a break here, and then you go in harder because the crash is coming in with everything else. So it's just like this big bang effect when after the break happens. After the verse, I like to just duplicate, just copy everything over. So now it sounds familiar. It's like, okay, we're back at that intro part. We go in with the same hook. And now we're gonna work on the second verse. And for my second verses, I like to leave like this little delay drop kind of thing. And I like to do it with the claps. I'm gonna bring this 808 back in. It's a little bit different from the first verse. You want to have the first verse and the second verse sound different, so it's not the same thing. So I took out the kick in the 808 because I think the 808 was running for too long. You don't want it to be bass heavy. The 808 sounds like it's too much, like you hear it for too long. So I like to take it out in the second verse sometimes too. After this part, what I'm thinking of doing is I made this unique. You just right click, press make unique, and I'm gonna make this a whole like octave down. I'm gonna turn it all the way down to 1200 cents. So then it's gonna sound way different. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this, duplicate this over here because I'm gonna use it as the intro. I mean, not intro, outro. And I like to do a fade out, so you just right click on the master volume knob, and it's gonna make an automation clip. And what you want to do is you want to copy this, copy value, and then just click on that first beat, and then paste the value from the last point on the thing and just lower it. And it's gonna be a little fade out effect. I lower it down a little bit sometimes. So then when the beat's done, it fades out. Last part, after you're done arranging, you just add your tag.
Miles, get off the phone, Miles.
Alright, and that's how I arrange my beats for artists and putting it on my beat store. Hope this was helpful to everyone watching this video. Be sure to stick around for more videos and see you in the next one.